Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Where's the medicine, Calvin?
It's in this. It's probably in the closet.
He, does,
Don't worry about
he
it.
doesn't know where to put it.
Don't worry.
So leave it? Or?
No, put that there. I want to stand.
Okay. So it was from Calvin said it was from the research. We're good. Okay. You want me to look over there and see if I'll just...
Well, we can quick look and then we'll start.
Okay, tell me how it looks in the frame. How it is? It's like that. Okay, what about now? No, it's all, the tassel stays in this position, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the tassel stays in this position.
I don't like it, but that's the way it's designed.
Okay, right here, come over. Okay.
And should we use this to block
right.
the door? Does he want me to
No,
use this to block the door?
no, that's fine.
Leave it
No,
there?
yeah. We're good? Okay. Okay.
It's the same thing, unless you made notes.
No. So this is the script.
Yeah.
And is it going to be on there or no?
No. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, awardees, honored guests, families, faculty, students, and staff to the annual College of Medicine and School of Graduate Studies Awards Day ceremony. My name is Jeffrey Putman, and I am the Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. On behalf of our President, Wayne J. Riley, and our entire faculty, staff, and administration, allow me to be the first to congratulate all of the awardees. It is particularly fitting that we hold this event here in Alumni Auditorium because after next Wednesday, less than a week away, our graduates will join their ranks and become Downstate alumni. The College of Medicine traces its roots to 1860, the year the first medical school class graduated. And today, we commend you, the 164th graduating medical school class and the 57th, still no spring chicken, class from the School of Graduate Studies. Before we formally begin the ceremony, I would like to invite the Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. F. Charles Brunicardi, to the stage to bring greetings.
Thank you, Jeffrey. This is one of my favorite days of the year. And I'm so happy to be here celebrating all these students who are just crushing it and winning awards. So I'm so pleased to be here today to congratulate all the graduates and especially those students receiving awards today. This is really such a remarkable event which acknowledges the hard work and commitment of our students. Commencement season is one of my favorite times of the year where we get to celebrate the amazing achievements of our graduates. The selection of award recipients each year is a difficult decision, and it's a tribute to the class of 2024 that so many of you are here in person or with us virtually to celebrate your achievements. Each of you has contributed to the life of the College of Medicine and to the School of Graduate Studies. And before the first award is presented, I would like to applaud your commitment to medicine and research. Before we begin, I know the interim dean of the graduate school, David Christini, joins me in this, and I want to thank each and every one of you in the class of 2024 for choosing the SUNY Downstate College of Medicine and School of Graduate Studies for your education and training. I know we do not say it enough. Your collective efforts have made SUNY Downstate Health Sciences University a better place, not just for yourself, but for generations of students. We hope as alumni you will continue to help improve and make SUNY Downstate even better. Once again, we congratulate all our students for their fine performance, and we all look forward to celebrating with you next week's commencement at Coney Island. Dr. Putman.
We will now turn to the presentation of awards. As recipients are called up, we ask that you come to the stage to receive your award. We will also be taking a picture, which we'll have for you after, not today, but give us a day or so. We will begin with the awards of excellence and acknowledgement of honors from the School of Graduate Studies, which is presented by the interim dean, Dr. David Christini. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Putman, Dean Brunicardi. So, hi, everybody. I'm David Christini, and it's a real privilege to be here to to give out some awards to some of our graduating PhD students, as well as some awards that are sponsored by the graduate school that are open to the entire university. So, the first one are awards that are given out. Every year we have an annual research day. We have poster presentations and oral presentations. And the first two awards are to graduating PhD students who've won Research Day awards during their career here. I don't have plaques for these two awards. So the first is Mulin He, who I believe, Dawn, you said is not here. And the second is Craig Kelly. Is Craig here? Craig, can you come out? Craig will be back, and I'll give him something real. So the next award is the Liberalis Award. This award is for academic altruism, a central value of the School of Graduate Studies, and of course the College of Medicine. This award was established in the memory of Doctors Mary Makowski and Vahe Amassian, recognizing the graduating student who was viewed by his or her fellow graduate students as the most significant peer resource. This individual's character and generous contributions to others on the campus promises a future where they are always a highly sought-after colleague. And the recipient of this is one of our MD PhD students, Dr. Timothy Morello. Dr. Morello finished his PhD a couple of years ago and is graduating for his medical degree in a few days, and he'll be back up on stage in a little while again. Next, we have the Alfred Strocker Student Author Research Award, established in the memory of Dr. Alfred Strocker, longtime chairman of the Department of Biochemistry and a faculty member for 54 years at Downstate. That's quite an achievement. This award is open to students across Downstate, so all the colleges and schools, and the recipients are chosen by the deans of all the colleges and schools to acknowledge research excellence that translates to the improvement of human health. So we received something like 25 nominations for this, and all of the students who were considered were first authors on a published paper in the last in the last calendar year, in the 12 months since this award was last given out. So we're giving out 6 awards today. So first I'll call the 3 honorable mention awardees, if you can all come up at one time. Pamela Jagtiani, Alexander Pan, and Sophie Quayler. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Pamela? Sophie. Do that. Thank you. Okay, maybe come over here, and then we'll do you want to do one picture, or how do you wish it? All right, let's do a picture. Let me. Yeah, you hold it. Pamela. All right, that's easy. Congratulations. Third prize goes to Ana Mejia Bautista. Second prize goes to Joanna Tabor, sorry. Okay. Right. Congratulations. And first prize goes to Matthew Marcelino. Matthew here? Maybe he's off working on another publication right now. So we'll get this to him. So, all right. So a couple of more graduate school prizes. I would like to invite to the podium Dr. Hillary Michelson, who is the chair of our Robert Furchtgott Society, and Dr. Michelson will tell you all about who Dr. Furchtgott was, in case you don't know, and give out some prizes.
Thank you. It's a requirement of graduation for all medical students to be able to identify Dr. Furchtgott in this picture prior to their graduation. glasses because I'm getting older, sorry. In 1998, Dr. Robert Furchgott, prior chair of Department of Pharmacology in the College of Medicine, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Science or Medicine for his research contributions leading to the identification of nitric oxide as a signaling molecule within the cardiovascular system. And his research has gone on to impact our understanding of disease processes and treatment protocols for numerous diseases throughout the human body. It's an incredible accomplishment. The Robert F. Furchgott Society was established to honor Dr. Furchgott's legacy, his dedication to the research enterprise here at Downstate, his curiosity and commitment to conducting research of the highest caliber, and his genuine graciousness and humility, even as the winner of science's most prestigious award, the Nobel Prize. Each year, the Furchgott Society acknowledges the research achievements of our top students here at Downstate with a certificate and a monetary award. These students embody the curiosity, the dedication, and the humility that, and the commitment to scientific research that Dr. Furchgott exemplified. I'm going to do it in a little bit different order than the program. I apologize for that. So I'd like to start with the School of Graduate Studies. The Excellence in Research Award is given to a graduate student from the School of Graduate Studies whose thesis research was deemed the most outstanding among the cohort of students who defended their dissertations this past year. Although this is always a difficult decision because, like I said, the quality of the research at our institution is top-notch. This year, this year's award for the Excellence in Research goes to Dr. Craig Kelly, whose sophisticated and elegant dissertation research project is entitled Multi-Scale Computer Modeling of Brain Excitability, Applications to Spreading Depression and Neuronal Impedance. It was conducted in the laboratory of Dr. Bill Litton. So, Craig, can you come up, please? I forget I don't need to memorialize my reading glasses. Okay, so the Furchgott Society also acknowledges outstanding research contributions of students in the College of Medicine. And I have to say, every year we do this, we give out the awards, and I continually become more and more impressed with the caliber of research that's being conducted by our medical students. And that, of course, makes the decision for the selection committee that much more difficult. This year, the committee decided to award 2 honorable mentions, in addition to the award for the outstanding research conducted by a medical student. Our first honorable mention is Jennifer Wang, whose research project was entitled Near-Infrared Light Does Not Induce DNA Damage in Human Dermal Fibroblasts. So Jennifer, can you come up? And as Jennifer's coming up, I want to bring up our second honorable mention, Samuel Godalovic, whose research project was entitled The Medial Forearm Fascia and Lateral Forearm Fascia Contribute to Overhead Elbow Extension in Displaced Olecranon Fractures, a biomechanical study. So both Samuel and Jennifer, if you can come up. Is Jennifer not here? Then we just have Samuel. Good. Glasses off. It was 50-50. And lastly, the winner of the Robert F. Furchgott Medical Student Research Award this year is Adem Adrizi. Come on up here, Adem. Adem's research project was entitled The Effect of Obesity on Opioid Consumption Following Quadratus lumborum, block after cesarean delivery, a retrospective review. And it was conducted here in the Department of Anesthesiology under the guidance of Dr. Ivan Velokovic. Thank you so much. And so we actually, for them, also have his monetary award as well. So you are a lucky recipient. Thank you. A round of applause for all of our outstanding research students. I have it all now.
Thank you, Dr. Christini and Dr. Michelson. Our next section of awards are the College of Medicine Honor Scholarships and Achievement Awards, which are going to be presented by the Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. F. Charles Brunicardi.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Each year, the Office of the Dean has the honor of granting several awards. Although the criteria for choosing these recipients vary, they all include academic achievement. We will begin with a series of endowed scholarships. The Endowed Honor Scholarships, the Jadwin Honor Scholarships, the Yudkowsky Honor Scholarships are awarded to students who attain a high level of academic performance.
Would Weston Buring, Agnes Jiang, and Trevin Wesley please come forward to receive the Endowed Honor Award? These are money. That's it. While they do the pictures, would the following, go ahead, applause, it's okay. Would the following people please come forward to receive the Jadwin Honor Awards? Bradley Amazin, Kenny Hong, and Sneha Patel. Okay. Congratulations. For the Yudkowsky Honor Awards, Lena Alhansali, Alyssa Belzi, and Nader Muhammad. You want the money, right? Yep, right there.
So congratulations on your outstanding accomplishments. The next awards come from the American Medical Women's Association. The American Medical Women's Association awards the Glasgow-Rubin Certificates of Commendation for academic achievement to women who graduate in the top 10% of their medical school graduating class.
Would the following women please come up to receive their certificates? Hold your applause to the end because there's a lot. Nicole Ackerman, Sonali Bhatt, Caitlin Cunningham, Jacqueline DeSalvatore, Sophie Eldred, Jennifer Gottfried, Kelsey Hackett, Yoon Kyung Hwang, Agnes Jiang, Alexandria Kraus, Sneha Patel, Perry Vingen, Caddy Wu, and Sylvia Zelensky. May need you to do 2 rows. 2 rows. Only in the front. And do the, stand like this. One more. Oh, 2 more. Sorry.
The Merck Awards come from a well-known pharmaceutical company to honor those students who have displayed excellent academic achievement throughout their 4 years of medical school.
This year's recipients include Edward Bay, Alexandria Krause, Nicholas Valentino, Samuel Yim, and Sylvia Zelensky. This one takes the record as the heaviest prize we give.
The Fred H. and Sadie Sirkin Achievement Award is bestowed on a female student who has excelled in medical school.
This year's recipient is very deserving, Caitlin Cunningham.
The Eugene B. Fagelson MD Scholarship was established by former Dean Eugene Fagelson. This merit scholarship is awarded to a graduating medical student who has demonstrated academic excellence in pursuit of his or her career.
And we'd like to invite up Elizabeth Fagelson to assist in giving the award. Come on up. This year, we're honored to award the Fagelson Award to Lisa Scott.
A few words, could I say?
Yes, absolutely.
So Lisa, I am Dr. Fagelson's daughter, another Dr. Fagelson. My dad, who's up on the screen there, Dr. Eugene Fagelson, thought that the best thing you could be was a doctor. I'm honored to present this year's award from what my family calls the Fabulous Fagelson Fund to the fabulous Dr. Lisa Scott. I confess we're just meeting for the first time. But I will say this, Lisa, I know, and I have to acknowledge Don Froome in just singing your praises and helping me understand you and your history. My dad would be moved by your personal and your academic journey. I know the Downstate community today recognizes your dedication to hard work, your commitment to underserved communities, and your engagement with medical education. This award also celebrates your own personal resiliency. My dad came from immigrant parents who instilled a sense of valuing hard work and respect for all people and a deep belief in ethical leadership. As he evolved in his own career, he was guided by a strong moral compass and humanitarian values that I believe you share. Lisa, I know he would be thrilled to recognize your contributions and wish you every success as you graduate and continue to evolve in your own path as Dr. Lisa Scott. Thank you.
Our next award, the Trude Perlman Award, was endowed by Dr. Bernard Perlman, a graduate of Downstate class of 1955. This award is a living memorial to his wife in that it honors her efforts in supporting her husband, raising their 3 children as Dr. Perlman attended medical school and completed a neurosurgery residency. Each year, nominations are sought from graduating class. There were multiple nominations, all of which are worthy.
I'm pleased to announce that this year's winner is Nukri Costa Riva, who is nominated by his spouse, Christopher Musial, and unfortunately he couldn't attend, but Christopher is going to come up to receive his award. Oh, he has a valid excuse. He's serving lunch to Hillary Clinton. She ranks a little higher than we do. Congratulations.
My last award is extremely special for us and to me. The State University of New York Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence is an award honoring students throughout the SUNY system who have best demonstrated and been recognized for their integration of academic excellence and other aspects of their lives, which include leadership, campus involvement, athletics, career achievement, community service, and creative and performing arts. These awards, which were bestowed by SUNY Chancellor John B. King, are given annually up to 2 SUNY downstates and are the highest honor that can be bestowed on a student, which is a significant achievement. This year, we are honored that 2 of our College of Medicine students received this special recognition.
We're going to call these students up one at a time. We've asked Dr. Christina to join us because one of them's been up here already, is an MD, PhD student. But we will start. This year, our own Jessica Mineroff is one of the recipients of this honor. Jessica Mineroff is a graduating College of Medicine student at SUNY Downstate. She's transitioned from a career in music, like Dean Berticardi actually, to become a physician so that she could heal people through the art of medicine. Jessica is dedicated to dismantling health disparities and improving access to care in her community. She has been a leader in the Brooklyn Free Clinic, Asylum Clinic, Health Equity, Advocacy, and Leadership Pathway, and other organizations promoting health justice. Additionally, Jessica published original research focused on health equity and conducted basic science bench research contributing to evidence-based medicine. Congratulations on this high honor. Our second honoree has been up here before, Timothy Morello. Timothy Morello is pursuing a career in ophthalmology with the goal of working in academic medicine, where he aims to balance research, teaching, and patient care. His research projects and publications have ranged from neuroanatomy of fruit bat brains to identifying glaucoma risk factors in population studies. During his time at Downstate, Tim has found immense satisfaction in serving his university and community through organizations like the University Council, the Ophthalmology Club, and the Early Medical Education Program. He loves running, baking, programming, and learning to fix things like vintage wristwatches. That's right. It is an honor for us to award Tim the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Thank you, Dr. Bernicardi. Our next set of, we're now moving on to the awards from the other departments, and our first department that's up is the Academic Development, Academic Support Services, Dr. Seth Langley.
Thank you, Dr. Popman. It's my honor to announce and award the Excellence in Teaching Award for two outstanding individuals that have been instrumental in working with students. So this award is given to individuals who embody teaching to a high degree. And there's a concept that embodies that more specifically entitled with itness. You know how people say, get with it, man. Well, with itness is a concept that means that you're able to take the attributes of your student learners and incorporate that into your teaching so that all students can learn on the basis of their individual gifts and talents. That's an achievement, right, in and of itself. But we have two individuals, the first of which is Andrew Dorit. Give it up. Come on, sir. Soon to be, Dr. Dorit has been teaching seemingly for a long time. He worked as a fifth grade teacher while he was working on his Master's of Education. So he comes to us with extreme experience having taught, and he credits the tutoring that he experienced as a first year as something that's instrumental that inspired him to ultimately want to go into being a student teacher to give back. He's been instrumental in receiving numerous awards. He's been a part of the Downstate Disability Project and Teach Project with the emphasis on teaching and with itness. And he's also been instrumental in leading the anatomy mock practicals from his second year on to now. He's a member of our Honor Society, and he's also going to Columbia University for residency in all things pediatrics. So with all due respect, I want to give honor and appreciate you, Dr. Wigg. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, you can this side. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. All right. And our next recipient, none other than Matthew Marcelino. Come on, sir. Is Matthew here? Oh, there you are. Come on. Come on down. Come on down, as they say. And while he's coming, Matthew has been very instrumental in leading our Bridges to Medicine program. He's single-handedly taken on the project of working with these students and leading them through each unit for the 4 units of foundations. He has a very, very integrated teaching style, such that he focuses on strengths and weaknesses and enables learners to be able to sort of engage and push them beyond their limit, utilizing that concept of none other than with itness. See, I'll learn a new term today, right? Excellence in terms of experience, in terms of research, also going into pediatrics, all the way in sunny California. Bring some sunshine back. And so we applaud you, we appreciate you, your research with your mentor, 5 and pending publications. I can't put them all up there, but still coming. So that's impressive. And your Step 2 score was outstanding. And you credit the curriculum, you credit Downstate, and you credit little old Office of Academic Services. So we appreciate you. That's really it's been a pleasure. Photo op. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Langley. Our next set of awards are from the Alumni Association. Stephanie DiBrienza.
Hi, everybody. I am the Executive Director for the Alumni Association for the College of Medicine. So you all, if you haven't heard of me, you will come next week when you graduate on my birthday. So it's extra special. I graduated undergrad on my birthday. It's great. Anyway, I am here to give out the Nathan Spitzer Class MD 1925 Honor Achievement Award in Cardiovascular and Pulmonary Medicine. This award was established by Dr. Adrienne Siegel, the daughter of Dr. Nathan Spitzer, in memory of her father, for a graduating medical student who exhibits excellence in cardiovascular and pulmonary medicine. It's my pleasure to give it to this year's awardee, Andrew Bay. Also, Alumni Reunion is going to be October 27th at the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. We changed the time of year and the venue. You'll all get an invitation. And we're going to do an alumni event at the Brooklyn Cyclones in August on the 25th. It's Friends themed. You get a How You Doing t-shirt. You can look for that on our social and emails.
Next up, the Office of Student Life Awards. We have Skylar Hook and Adam Bergman.
Hi, everyone. So we're presenting Award for Lifetime Membership. These are for students who've shown a dedication to student-centered events. The first two students couldn't be here, Mawazim and Liam, but they've been on the Student-Centered Governing Board for the last 3 years. They were critical in our, I'm going to say, reconstruction of the weight room, improving everything. We put a lot of money in there over the last 4 years, and they really helped us with coming up with ideas. And also, they were critical in getting the photo gallery up in the main lounge last year, helping us decide what to put up, because we had over 50 nominations. And talking about that photo gallery, another student we'll be recognizing today, who is here, is Nancy Lee. I know I saw her. You can come up, Nancy. There we are. Okay, cool. So I've gotten to know Nancy since her first year here, when she started talking about doing this artwork in the hospital, and I looked at her like she was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, how are we gonna fund this? She was determination. I said, look, I'll help you with the supplies, the art supplies, if you can find funding for the ceiling tiles, and she did. And besides that, she has held all the art paint and sips and everything in the student center. Whenever I need help, hey, I need help planning a project or event, Nancy has always been there every step of the way. So we hope you keep coming back to more events, and lifetime membership for you. Thank you, Nancy. And the last lifetime membership, he's been here 6 years. Justin Ingram, I saw you in here as well. He has helped us tirelessly in the weight room, the basketball court, intramurals, cleaning up after people that don't clean up in the weight room, coming up with event ideas, being on university council, and he's become a good friend of mine. So I'm also excited to say that he's staying here at Downstate. So I'm sure he's going to put this to good use. Justin? It has been 6 years, right? And then something new we did this year. This was the first year we did Student Organization Awards. So we gave these awards at a nice dinner this past Monday, but as a lot of you were involved with these organizations in your first few years here, and some of you were even involved this past year, we felt like we wanted to announce them here so you all get to hear. So if you were ever part of one of these organizations, just stand up and wave. But the awards were Collaborative Program Award, which went out to LMSA, and which they worked with the OT program on. Community Service Award, which went out to the Brooklyn Free Clinic. Diversity and Inclusion Program Award, which went out to the Physicians for Human Rights. Educational Program Award, which went to Global Health. And then for the Student Organization Awards, we gave out the New Organization of the Year Award, which went to the Radiology Club, the Most Improved Organization of the Year, which went to AMWA, American Medical Women's Association, and then the Organization of the Year, which went to Daniel Hale Rehab Society. So if you're in any of those organizations, just stand up and wave. There we go. I know a bunch of you are in here. It's nice to see that the organizations you passed down have continued to do well, and we're going to continue these awards going further. So thank you.
To present our next set of awards, Dr. Christopher Roman.
It's an honor to be here today to acknowledge the so many different facets of student excellence. And so I'm here actually in spirit with Dr. Buden Foster to present this and the Healed Pathway Awards next. So the Zahra Zaid Scholarship, I think it's a beautiful expression of finding inspiration in partners or spouses. So it's sort of a reflection of the Trude Perlman Award in a way. And this was established by a retired Downstate faculty member who saw inspiration in his spouse, who he describes, as it says here, a passionate advocate of empowerment through education for women. And I had the privilege to read about today's recipient, the soon-to-be Dr. Nurulain Paracha, who is the recipient of this award. It is very humbling and beautiful because it's very clear why she was chosen. It's clear that she exemplifies the best qualities and characteristics of professionalism, dedication to family, dedication to your peers, to your heritage, to your faith, to your community, and to the profession of medicine. It's an example to us all. Your advocacy and service to support community is incredibly powerful, an expression of optimism and how you sort of dealt with adversity with grace. And just some examples of some of the remarkable accomplishments and service work that you've done. You've worked with pediatric patients in hemodialysis. You've been an asylum clinic case manager. I mean, it's extraordinary. A peer wellness mentor, a food pantry volunteer, caretaking for your family. All of this on top of the unforgiving schedule of being in medical school. So congratulations, appreciation to you in this award.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so the Health Equity Leadership Pathway. This is a pathway that was actually started by students in the medical education pathway. And I think the pathway itself exemplifies how important students are in innovation, creativity, and shaping the future through medical education. And so the students that join this pathway are interested in addressing disparities, social determinants, structural determinants of health that disproportionately affect disenfranchised individuals, communities, particularly those who we serve in central Brooklyn. And it's a scholarly pathway in which there are didactic components, there are journal clubs, and there's also scholarship and community engagement work that's integral to the pathway. And so these students are being recognized for really bringing in the vital force that's necessary to keep a pathway going, bringing the commitment, organizational skills, passion, and optimism for change through creating these spaces where these discussions and problem solving and solutions are discovered, everything from new teaching modalities in medical school to new community partnerships, new research discoveries that inform how to do better to serving communities that are historically underserved. And so here are the list of certificate recipients. So if you could please all come up, I guess, hold applause until the end or something, yeah? Okay, so the future doctors, Lina Alansali, Bradley Amazan, Emily Bakai, Amanda Chardello, Miar Eliskandrani, Alexander Fong, Rithika Francis, Ariana Gopal, Sharif Hossain, Shrisha Maskey, Jessica Minaroff, Diara Diade, Olga Pinkasov, Alexis Roth, Kayla Skaher, Anuradha Shetty, Sania Tahir, Olivia Tracy, Kalita Waterton, Lulu Wei, Kadi Wu, and Lori Zombak. As they say on TV, but wait, there's more. Among this extraordinary group of students are some who have really went way beyond and really, took a deep, passionate interest in developing this paracurricular activity, organizing it, leading it, and setting it up for success for future generations. And those individuals we would like to recognize with a certificate of distinction. And some names are familiar, but we have the future doctors Justin Ingram, Nada Muhammad, Vivek Shah, Latia Skirving, and Jeremy Wilson. And just to give you some examples of the scholarship, because scholarship is a critical part of the pathway, everything from examining healthcare access to older Bangladeshi immigrants, what are the driving forces that underlie the higher maternal mortality rates in central Brooklyn, are the way that medicine measures depression or mental health in general, are they culturally individualized? This is just an example of the range of research that these students do. So congratulations to them.
Presenting the award for the Global Health Pathway, Dr. Jack DeHovitz.
Thank you. So the Global Health Pathway started about 6 or 7 years ago and really derived from the great interest of our medical students. As most of you know, it's a longitudinal curriculum that actually lasts all 4 years for those who are interested in global health. It's a particularly difficult pathway to get into. Every year we only take about half or less of those who apply. So those who have completed it, whose names are listed here, really represent a committed and highly focused group of students. So with that, I'm happy to ask each of them to come up and receive their certificate. There are 4 that will get it with distinction, but let me just read all the names first. Shrishti Amaranani, Alyssa Belzi, Sonia Bach, Shivali Devjani, Christina Falcone, Noraz Falik, Natasha Goyal, Nicholas Hines, Yoon Kyun Wang, Amanda Jurgel, Patima Jurakan, Judy Lee, Kevin Matari, Christopher Musiel, Marcos Vargas, and Jordan Zell. I do want to highlight 4 students for distinction, particularly Sonia Bach for her leadership of the Global Health Club, Christina Falcone, who served as president of the Global Health Club, Natasha Goyal, who has been really a steadfast leader in our work with the global health competition at Emory University, and finally Amanda Jurgel, who played a key role in helping us develop the 4th-year curriculum. So thank you each for completing the work here. Thank you.
Our next set of awards are from the Medical Educator Pathway, Dr. Lee Eisner.
Good afternoon. I look forward every year to being able to share the accomplishments of the students of the Medical Educator Pathway each year. The co-directors of the Medical Educator Pathway, Antonia Quinn, John Kuby, and I, are pleased to celebrate the graduation of the 2024 class. The medical education and pathway experiences of this class cohort occurred partly during a challenging period. Many of these students were among those that helped faculty to pivot to adapt the teaching of our foundations and clerkship students. Each MedEd Pathway graduate has paved their own individual path, developing different areas of focus and specialized skills in the medical education arena. And the COM 2024 students who completed the pathway requirements during this time are a select group who demonstrated perseverance and a generous spirit to give back to the College of Medicine through teaching and curriculum development, scholarship, and institutional service. The first award, the Medical Educator Pathway Certificate of Merit, recognizes graduating students who demonstrated time and commitment and passion to completing the pathway requirements to near-peer teaching, medical education scholarship, institutional committee service, and mentorship of junior students at the College of Medicine. All MEP students have collaborated with peers, faculty, and administrators in committees that contributed to the education policy and curriculum of the medical school. They have represented SUNY Downstate at national or regional medical education meetings to present their work, publish their medical education work in peer-reviewed platforms, or facilitated important, timely discussions with medical educator faculty and administrators from around the country. The collective contributions of this year's awardees to the College of Medicine include, but are not limited to, the following. The MedEd Pathway students helped develop and or teach many interactive foundations, clerkship, and transition to clerkship sessions in clinical skills, human development, obstetrics and gynecology, primary care, and the impact of climate change in the pediatrics clerkships. These are now ongoing parts of our foundations and clerkship curricula. Students contributed to undergraduate and graduate medical education research and innovation in gross anatomy, neurology, general surgery, health equity, urology and robotic or laparoscopic surgery, resident education and assessment, and nutrition. Some of these students played a major role in the pivot back post-COVID to the in-person foundations and transition to clerkship curriculum. Over the next decade, medical education will continue to be transformed, and these are the young physicians that we want by our side to help us accomplish this. Please recognize the following students who received the Medical Educator Pathway Certificate of Merit. Daniel Brereton, please come up when I call your name. Frederick Birnbaum, Adam Daniels, Alexander Fang, Lakshay Khosla, Benjamin Krasniansky, Lekha Patel, Olga Pinkasov, Vivek Shah, and Elaine Wing. Please, let's remain standing. I would like to take a picture with the recipients of the next award also, all together. So please stay for now. So there are 3 students who participate in many of the activities that are already mentioned, and they are due a special distinction. This award recognizes graduating students who made outstanding leadership contributions to promoting the goals of the medical educator pathway. The recipient students demonstrated commitment, excellence, and maturity in their achievements in the area of teaching, education administration, scholarship, curriculum development or assessment, and mentorship. We are proud to have awardees this year whose specific contributions have added value to the impact that the medical educator pathway has made on our College of Medicine curriculum. So please come up when I state your name. From her first year at Downstate, Nicole Ackerman has been guided by priorities of curriculum and clinical skills, education engagement, collaboration with faculty, and mentorship of her near peers to lead her through new medical education initiatives. She played a major leadership role as a longitudinal member of our steering committee to guide the direction that the pathway has taken over the past 3 years. As the near peer educator program coordinator for her class, for 3 years, she has coordinated the recruitment and educator development for the near peer educator program, training her peers for teaching physical exam and clinical skills to their junior peers in the foundation curriculum, a program that we have learned that we can't live without at this point. Even tomorrow, she will be leading a mentoring session for new MS1 pathway members to guide them on their medical education research and curricular projects. She has helped facilitate educator development sessions for resident educators in some specialties on their teaching and role modeling responsibilities for medical students. She worked with Drs. Jacoby and Jacobson Dickman and medical student peers to help implement and evaluate their OSTE training program for neurology residents. She continued her medical education research interests with her study on the evolving challenges of the dedicated Step 1 study period since the change to a pass-fail Step 1. Both research projects were presented at national medical education meetings. Nicole Ackerman. From early in his downstate path, Felix Rosenberg has been guided by principles of community, health equity, and inclusivity to lead him through medical education initiatives on value-based care and advocacy at Downstate, University Hospital of Brooklyn, and the Brooklyn Free Clinic. This work includes conceptualizing and proactively seeking out to meet with colleagues and staff members, including those in the hospital leadership, managed care, and ambulatory care areas, who could advise and help him to develop, implement, evaluate, and serve as a mentor for a new value-based care elective at Downstate. He further collaborated with Drs. Isabel McFarlane and Jamila Yusuf to help develop, pilot, and evaluate an internal medicine clerkship curricular component for students to better understand and apply value-based care principles. This is now an ongoing part of the internal medicine clerkship curriculum, and Felix has mentored more junior students to continue this work. Felix Rosenberg. Jacqueline DeSalvatore joined the pathway in her second year, but quickly immersed herself in medical education activities by collaborating with emergency medicine faculty to help implement the Foundation's ultrasound curriculum, along with fellow classmates Elaine Wing and Miar Aleskandrini. The longitudinal nature of the College of Medicine ultrasound curriculum was extended into the core clerkship year when she spearheaded the initiative to develop and run with Ellie and Miar a first clerkship-specific ultrasound curriculum with an innovative structure under the supervision of Dr. Melanie Peters, the obstetrics gynecology clerkship director. It required careful research of the UME and GME medical education literature on the required APGO clerkship objectives, meetings with departmental education leadership, organization and planning logistics with technology resources in the simulation center, and outcomes evaluation analysis of the effectiveness of the session. The ultrasound session was implemented at the start of the clerkship year, academic year for the class of 2025, and now is an ongoing part of the curriculum. The session not only educates clerkship students, but allows for many fourth-year students to engage in near-peer teaching and scholarship. Jacqueline and the team also seamlessly transitioned the project leadership to a rising MS4 student team for the upcoming academic year. Jacqueline DeSalvatore. Please recognize all of the graduates from the pathway.
For the Clinical Neurosciences Pathway, Dr. Lisa Merlin.
Hi, guys. Good to see you all here on such a pleasant occasion. I am director and founder of the Clinical Neurosciences Pathway, which is the oldest pathway here at Downstate. It's been in existence for 20 years. It is a program of advanced studies that provides opportunities for students to indulge in a variety of neuroscience-relevant activities beyond their mandatory coursework. Activities include a seminar series in the second year of Foundations, as well as the ever-popular Mystery Case of the Month competition required of our 3rd and 4th year members. Now, all our activities are open to all Downstate students regardless of pathway membership status, but only those students who pass all mandatory neuroscience and neurology coursework in our College of Medicine curriculum and participate consistently in all our required academic components of the pathway throughout their time at Downstate are recognized formally by the school as graduates of the clinical neurosciences pathway. I'm pleased to announce that this year there are 29 students who met all our requirements for graduation. Of these 29, only one is going into neurology, one neurosurgery, one pathology with plans to pursue neuropathology, 2 physical medicine and rehab, and 6 psychiatry. Of the remaining 18, they have chosen careers in a diversity of fields, including internal medicine, pediatrics, family medicine, general surgery, anesthesiology, ENT, diagnostic radiology, and ophthalmology. Our students clearly recognize that a solid education in neuroscience is valuable no matter what clinical field you pursue. So without further ado, I'd like to announce the names of our graduates. Please come on up here for a photo op. Hold your applause until we finish. This year's graduates of the clinical neurosciences pathway are Navira Arif, Brandon Badillo, Gregory Belizaire, Rivka Benyaminov, Dennis Cummins, Javier De Jesus Lugo, Shavali Devjani, Andrew Doriti, Mayar Eloskadrani, Christina Falcone, Paul Flynn, Jennifer Gottfried, Natasha Goyal, Brandon Grill, Elver Ho, Adam Idrisi, Benjamin Krasnyansky, Luke Morales, Kevin Moran, Zaid Nakadar, Zainab Nathani, Nurulain Paracha, Rahul Roshan, Arman Shah, Binyamin Simchaev, Joanna Tabor, Andrew Voigt, Trevin Wesley, and Sylvia Zelensky. Congratulations to all of you.
Now proceed to the departmental awards. Our first award is the Department of Anesthesiology, Dr. Dennis Demeculangan.
Good afternoon. Every year, the Department of Anesthesiology gives two awards to deserving medical student graduates. an award for clinical excellence, and an award for excellence in research. The Dr. Joseph P. Giffen Award for Clinical Excellence is named in honor of Dr. Joseph Giffen. Dr. Giffen was a professor of anesthesiology and was executive vice chairman in the Department of Anesthesiology at SUNY Downstate, and was chairman of anesthesiology at the former Long Island College Hospital. Dr. Giffen was a physician of multiple talents and outstanding clinical skills. He was also a dedicated educator, leader, and an administrator. This award is given to the student who exemplified these qualities personified by Dr. Giffen. This year's recipient performed exceptionally well in her third-year clerkship and fourth-year sub-internship anesthesia rotations, displaying exceptional clinical skills, strong work ethic, professionalism, and excellent fund of knowledge. The award is given to Dayara and the AE. For the next award, can I request Dr. Shevdi, Katan Shevdi, our Vice Chair for Research, to assist me to give out this next award. It's the Dr. Gerard L. Wolf Award for Excellence in Research. It is named in honor of Dr. Gerard Wolf. Dr. Wolf was a professor of anesthesiology and Vice Chair for Research. He was a researcher, mentor, lecturer, and author. His research involved the investigation and analysis of the flammability of materials, equipment, and gases in the operating room. This award is given to the student who exemplified the qualities personified by Dr. Wolf. This year, we have 3 recipients of this award. All of them were involved in research in our department since they were MS1s, under the mentorship of Dr. Shevdi, Hartong, Wolodi, and Mauricia Victor. A lot of their works were presented in national meetings and led to peer-reviewed publications. The Dr. Gerard Wolf Excellence in Research Award is given to Miar Elaskandrani, Adem Idrizi, and Jordan Zhao.
For the Department of Cell Biology, Dr. John Kuby and Dr. Sam Marquez.
So first I'll present the awards, the Jack Way Awards for Excellence in Anatomical Sciences. Now for the graduating students, you may remember the first 2 years of medical school, traumatized by trying to learn during COVID or even having COVID yourself. It was a difficult process. Many of the anatomical sciences embedded within the foundations were presented within the first year, the dramatic, difficult year of COVID. And it's very hard to do lab courses remotely, as you all remember. And fortunately, I'm in neuroscience, and we taught our course in the second year, and we were able to go back to the labs, but it was really a traumatic time. A very difficult process for you guys and for us to get across the information. Nonetheless, some people really did an excellent job. and we were able to sort out the excellent performance in anatomical sciences among the graduating class. So the anatomical sciences are from the gross anatomy faculty, from the histology faculty, and from the neuroanatomy component of the neuroscience faculty. So I also want to mention that the awards are named in memory of, so we're celebrating the excellent achievement of 3 students, but I also want to mention that the award's named in memory of Jacqueline Jackway. I'm presenting the award because I'm really an old faculty member, and I remember many, many years. And she's been, she died about 20 years ago, but she had extraordinary influence on all 3 of the anatomical sciences. She was a great teacher, very strong personality. So I think we have probably faculty members here who were students here, and I guarantee you that any faculty member who's a student remembers Jackie. She, very, very, very distinctive. And now, if you want to find out, ask them about a lot of funny stories. She has a very good sense of humor. She was also a great, great teacher, but important to me and others, she was a great, great mentor. And her influence is felt throughout the years on how we teach the anatomical sciences. So you fourth-year students who don't know her directly, you really know her indirectly. So that, enough said, the 3 recipients are, and they'll come up, Isabella Dana, Perry Vignon, and Alice Yao. As I understand, Alice Yao won't be here today. So you're Isabella? Right. And Perry, I remember you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Marquez, and I thought that the 2 recipients, I forgot that their names, so it's not like a surprise, so I wrote it as if I thought they didn't know, but anyway, so I have to allow me to deliver. Congratulations on your well-deserved achievement in the field of anatomy education. Your dedication to teaching and your passion for advancing our understanding of the human body is truly inspirational. Mr. or very soon to be Dr. Andrew Doherty, who really guided and directed numerous mock anatomy practicals, which I'm sure the many different classes have appreciated over the years. I bumped into Seth Langley. I said, I didn't know that he was up for that award, and now I'm going to repeat what you said. It's okay, let me repeat it. Mr. Doherty, coming up. There you go. Way to go. So should I just bring the other person, or? Yeah? Okay, let me just bring the 2 people, right, because you're sharing it, not sharing it independently. Congratulations on winning the Anatomy Education Award. I witnessed how your contributions enriched your table mates during labs. I witnessed how they relied on you to begin lab and so on. I know you kept me on my toes as I prepped a bit more when I knew you were going to be in lab. You know why? Because your questions weren't about the lab, but they were dealing with the bedside of the workplace, which is beyond my expertise. And while I know this is the Anatomy Education Award, I was educated this past academic year listening to your commentary when we met on a weekly basis in the admissions committee. Your insights provided valuable information to assess candidates for the great school, for our great school, and I listened. I didn't mention your name, Nadir Mohammed, come on up. Can I say one thing? Real quick, I know it's a bit long. Nadir has a brother in first year, so it's in the family genes. Thank you.
Next up, the Excellence in Dermatology Awards, Dr. Sharon Glick.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's an honor for me to present 3 awards from the Department of Dermatology. I'm very honored to present the Alan R. Shalita Award for Excellence in Dermatologic Research. This award is named for Dr. Shalita, the founder of our department and chair for almost 40 years. Jessica completed a 1-year research fellowship in our Department of Dermatology in the area of photobiomodulation. Her commitment to healthcare disparity research helped identify the paucity of people of color in dermatologic clinical trials. The Elizabeth M. Clark Award for Excellence in Clinical Dermatology goes to 2 recipients this year, Kalita Waterton and Julianne Kleitch. Kalita did a research fellowship at Weill Cornell Department of Dermatology. Her research was in the area of nail research. In addition to getting an MD, she is also getting a Master's of Public Health. Julianne completed an autoimmune skin disease research fellowship at the University of Pennsylvania. She performed the largest study to date on neonatal lupus in patients with skin of color using a national database. So without further ado, can you guys all come up? I'll present you. Okay, should we take a picture?
Department of Emergency Medicine, Dr. Linda Fan.
God. Hey everyone, I'm Linda Fan, Clerkship Director for Emergency Medicine. I have the distinct pleasure of presenting the Society for Academic Emergency Medicine's Award for Medical Student Excellence to David Kim. All right. So, quick aside, COVID really affected the start of your medical school, and you guys had limited early clinical experiences, but David was not one to let COVID get in the way of his opportunities. Early on, he lucked out, or possibly was doomed, depending on your point of view, by having our previous chair as his PBL instructor. He then started his request to get into the clinical area. So when he arrived as a second year, as a third year, and eventually as a fourth year, we found David to be one of the most engaged, conscientious, and intelligent students we have worked with. He was particularly noted for his bedside manner and teaching, which helped improve health literacy among his patients. I will miss his calm demeanor, his ability to get work done, and his leadership in the EM interest group. Congratulations, David. We are so proud of you. Oh my God. You're gonna You're welcome. You're gonna, thank you.
This one's yours. Okay. We're going to go a little bit out of order, just to confuse you. Department of Otolaryngology, Dr. Sydney Butts.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to all the soon-to-be graduates and their families, most importantly, because we know that's how this all happens. My name is Dr. Sydney Butts. I'm the interim chair of the Department of Otolaryngology, and it's a real pleasure to be here today to award our outstanding medical student performance in otolaryngology to Jennifer Gottfried. We're lucky in otolaryngology because I think we attract all of the students here are amazing, and we're lucky enough to have many of you rotate with us during part of your surgery rotation, and many of you then go on to want to actually apply in our specialty, which I think really attracts people who understand the really important impact on quality of life that otolaryngologists can make a difference in, whether it's the way you speak, whether you can hear, whether you can swallow, other ways that you interact with the world. And so Jen is going to do her residency at the Northwell program. We're very proud of her and wishing her all the best of luck. Thank you, Jen.
Next up, Department of Family Medicine, Dr. Crystal Marquez.
Hey, hello everyone. It's an honor to stand before you today to present the Hyman Mernstein Excellence in Family Medicine Graduation Award. Each year, this award recognizes a student who not only excels academically, but also embodies the compassionate spirit essential to family medicine. This year, we celebrate Sonia Chumani Bach, a deserving recipient who has exemplified these values throughout her medical education. From the onset of our journey at our institution, Sonia has demonstrated a dedication to the field of family medicine. Her commitment shines brightly in her clinical performance, where she approaches each patient with empathy and a deep-seated respect for their individual health needs. While all of our future family medicine physicians have this exemplary characteristics, Sonia has shown a remarkable commitment to the broader field of family medicine through her active involvement with the New York State Academy of Family Physicians. As a member of the Advocacy Commission, she has worked tirelessly to promote policies that improve patient care and support the vital work of family physicians. So congratulations, Sonia, on this award and recognition.
For the Department of Medicine, Dr. Mauro Salafu.
Thank you and good afternoon to all of you, and congratulations to the class of 2024 and the families thereof. It's an honor to present the Eli A. Friedman Award of Distinction in Internal Medicine to 4 very deserving individuals, Nicole Ackerman, Sophie Eldred, Joshua Hirsch, and Kevin Moran. Just a little bit about Eli Friedman. This is just a wonderful individual, class of 1957, went to Harvard for internal medicine residency and fellowship in nephrology, and came back to Downstate in 1963 to set up the first dialysis program in the United States. So if you didn't know that Downstate was the first place that dialysis started, now you know. His career was really excellent. He became, president of 3 medical societies. He rose to become distinguished teaching professor in our system. He just loved the students. He just exemplified someone who will see a patient, examine the patient, make a diagnosis. He was the most curious person I ever encountered in medicine. So this award, exemplifies that. Those students who performed the best had honors in their 3rd-year clerkship, honors in their 4th-year SABI, and had absolute curiosity for internal medicine. So we're really very proud of you and what you did in internal medicine. So please join me in thanking them, but I want to say a few things about each of them. So Nicole, I want to just say a few things about what the attending said about you, just briefly. So in her 3rd year, this is what the attending said in summary. Nicole was self-motivated, dedicated, proactive, and curious medical student who did an outstanding job, right? And in the 4th year, they said, outstanding student. She was very involved right from the beginning, very proactive, asked questions, and showed interest in the field. Excellent medical knowledge, work ethics, and communication skills, great leadership skills. So, so for Kevin, in the 3rd year, this is what your attending said about you. A very talented and knowledgeable student who worked hard for the patient and colleagues. I was very happy to be part of the team. He was always timely and always available to help everyone in the team. In the 4th year, this is what they said about you. Hard worker, excellent team player, very good fund of knowledge, really very outstanding sub-I, and very fun to work with. So, I saw everybody gave certificates, but we give plaques.
For the Department of Neurology, Dr. Brian Anziska and Dr. Ernest Bartholomew.
Yes, Dr. Bartholomew will be presenting the award to Mr. Ball shortly, Dr. Ball in a few minutes. But I just want to talk about Abraham Max Rabiner, for whom the award is named. He really was an incredible character, belonged to the old school of neurology before 1940, 1950, although he retired in 1958 as chief of neurology at Kings County. Much of his work was done really beginning in the 1920s already. This is a picture of him teaching at Kings County. He was a very, let me say, active teacher who engaged the students whether they wanted to be engaged or not. He went to the University of Albany Medical School. Like so many people in those days, before World War II, he split his residency between Mount Sinai and Montefiore, acted for a time as the pathologist at Montefiore, and very famously, if we can have the next slide, in the early 1920s, he went to one of the European neurological meetings and met the great Babinski, who's one of the great names in neurology. And on the top left, there's a hammer reflex hammer that Babinski used. And they actually got into a heated argument as to the origin of the Babinski reflex, which every medical student knows. And they made up, and Babinski gave him his own reflex hammer, which he brought back. He was at Litch at Long Island College Hospital from 1937 to 54, and then moved to Kings County. At that time, Litch was the major hospital of Downstate outside Kings County. He retired to Miami and continued going to rounds at the University of Miami and passed away in 1980. Okay, I'm going to introduce Dr. Bartholomew, who was recently, I guess recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, appointed chief of neurosurgery at Downstate. And he's going to talk about Joanna and her achievement. She's going to become a resident in neurosurgery at Yale. Great.
Thank you, Dr. Anziska. So, hi, Joanna. Joanna was one of the first people who welcomed me to Downstate when I came here a couple of years ago. And so it was clear to me very early on that this one was going to match. She was very proactive, industrious, has been prolific already, including Just 2 months ago, she had an article published in the Journal of Neurosurgery, a first author publication, examining ethno-racial variations in genomic profiling in meningiomas. Had a stellar research year at Yale. They clearly loved her there. She's also been extraordinarily engaged and generous with her time in our student club for the American Association of Neurological Surgeons chapter. And clearly learned something from her sub-Is, because she did a great job helping me teach our students in a craniotomy workshop that we hosted in the club just about a month ago. So I couldn't think of anyone more deserving, and I can tell already that, well, she clearly has made us very proud, and she'll continue to make us very proud. So congratulations to Dr. Tabor.
For our next award from the Department of Neurology, Dr. Nuri Jacoby. Oh, and Dr. Lisa Lowe.
Hey, everyone. So the American Academy of Neurology sponsors a medical student prize for excellence in neurology. This prize is awarded annually to the graduating medical students who show the most promise for a highly successful career in neurology or a related field. So we have 2 students worthy of recognition this year, one who got to sit down for about 20 seconds. The students we selected both got honors on the neurology clerkship, scored exceptionally well on the neurology NBME exam, and are members of the CNS pathway, and we have no doubt are destined for promising careers in neuro-relevant fields. So the 2 students are Natasha Goyal and Joanna Tabor. So the AN prize consists of a medal, a reflex hammer, and a certificate. All right.
For the Department of OBGYN, Dr. Melanie Peters.
Hello, good afternoon. It's my honor to be here presenting 2 awards this afternoon. The first is the Morse Glass Prize. Dr. Morse Glass was a Downstate graduate and was actually the founding chairman at the Albert Einstein Obstetrics and Gynecology Department in the 1950s. This award is meant to honor the student that displayed excellence in clinical skills. So I'd like to acknowledge Relika Sumner. What's most impressive about Relika, I think, is the way that she positively impacts the clinical space. All of the staff that worked with her, from residents, fellow students, nursing, and support staff, commented on how her smile always had such a great impact on the space. She was able to demonstrate cultural competence as well as trauma-informed care skills while interacting with patients, and demonstrated excellence in working with the residency team. And I'm very excited to announce that Relika will be joining our obstetrics and gynecology residency program in July. The second award today is the Abraham Ranji Prize, and this is meant to honor the student most likely to succeed in the field of obstetrics and gynecology. So please join me in honoring Kathy Wu. Caddy has been up here multiple times already today, so it's obvious that she has demonstrated excellence in academics, the clinical space, as well as research. But she's also demonstrated a dedication to the field, serving as the medical student representative for the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists for the New York district, also engaging in numerous service activities like the Brooklyn Free Clinic, as well as quality improvement projects within the department and mentoring of other students. So congratulations, Caddy.
For the Department of Orthopedics, Dr. Bill Urban.
I have to make this smaller next year. All right, sorry about that. So the Pavlidis Memorial Award was established in the memory of Dr. Christopher Pavlidis, who received his medical degree from Downstate and later went on to teach orthopedic surgery at Downstate in the 1970s and 1980s. He tragically died in an airplane crash, and his family created this award in his name. In his honor, one graduating medical student entering orthopedic surgery is selected to receive recognition for their efforts. While this year we had a record number of graduating students entering orthopedic surgery, one student distinguished themselves on our rotations and in our research lab is the recipient of this year's award. It gives me great pleasure to present Naeem Baksh, who will be joining our department in July with the 2024 Christopher Pavlidis Memorial Award.
For the Department of Pathology, Dr. Jenny Libyan.
Good afternoon. To speed things up a little, I'd like to call Luke Morales up. He will be the recipient of 2 awards from the Department of Pathology, the Award for Excellence in Pathology, and a national award from the College of American Pathologists, the Distinguished Medical Student Award, which goes for recognizing outstanding achievement, aptitude, and initiative in learning about pathology and participation in pathology-related activities. There is a check in each of these, so be careful. Luke will be going to NYU for his residency in pathology, and then I hope to see him follow in my subspecialty of neuropathology soon afterwards. And then Yvonne Hernandez and Jesus, do you want to start making your way up? We have an award, the Dominic J. DeMeo Research Grant and Scholarship Award, which goes to this year's Dominic J. DeMeo Research Scholar. The DeMeo Award was initiated by Dr. Ann DeMeo and Dr. William Ricci in recognition of Ann's father, Dr. Dominic DeMeo, who was professor of pathology at Downstate and was the Brooklyn medical examiner. And I think they might be the only 3-generation family of medical students Dr. Ann DeMeo and Dr. William Ricci's son, Dr. Michael, almost to be Dr. Michael Ricci, is in this year's graduating class. And Jesus is our first award winner of this. And as part of his award, he was given a $7,000 research grant and will also be in receipt of a scholarship. And he had the opportunity to choose a research lab to perform his research, and he chose to work with Dr. Yvonne Hernandez. And just Tuesday, he submitted an abstract on his work called Vascular Cognitive Impairment Decreases Cognitive Flexibility in a Murine Model of Alzheimer's Disease. And we are incredibly proud of everything that Jesus has achieved, and we congratulate him with this award. And of course, I just stepped on the certificate, so we will be making a new one for you. But
For the Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Steve Wadowski.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's not quite evening yet. We're getting there. Okay. My name is Dr. Wadowski. I'm the chair of the Department of Pediatrics, and I'm truly very pleased to present the Richard L. Day Award for Excellence in Pediatrics. By virtue of a little bit of background, I think it's kind of useful to know who the person is behind the name of the award. So Dr. Richard Day was the first full-time chairman and professor of pediatrics at Downstate when it first became incorporated as part of the State University of New York. He built the Department of Pediatrics here as a major clinical department of national importance. He served as chair from 1953 to 1960. After that, he went on to become the chair of pediatrics at the University of Pittsburgh and built that into a world-class department of pediatrics as well. His career was distinguished by contributions to the recognition of kernicterus, which is damage to the brain of newborns caused by elevated bilirubin levels, and the description and understanding of autonomic neuropathies, which became known as family dysautonomia or Riley-Day syndrome, which I think all of our students are aware of. In 1986, Dr. Day was recognized with the distinction of receiving the Howland Award, which is the American Pediatric Society's highest honor, for his achievements and for being the, quote, quintessential skeptical inquirer, unquote. So the Department of Pediatrics identified an exceptional student who we felt is very deserving of the R.L. Day Award for Excellence in Pediatrics. In addition to excelling throughout medical school, he did exceptionally well in pediatric rotations and a sub-internship, was highly productive in research and scholarship, has had several published manuscripts resulting from his work in the Neonatal Translational Research Lab, and has had significant further extracurricular involvement within the campus and local communities. Essentially, in surveying our educational leadership, everyone said he was absolutely outstanding. Expecting that he'll continue to follow Dr. Day's legacy as a quintessential skeptical inquirer and to be an exceptional pediatrician, making a difference through major strides in pediatric healthcare, it's my pleasure to bestow the 2024 Dr. Richard L. Day Award for Excellence and Outstanding Performance in Pediatrics to Matthew Marcelino. Matthew will be doing his pediatric residency at the great program at Children's Hospital of LA. Unfortunately, New York is going to be losing him, but our loss is LA's gain. And while medicine is giving out plaques, we're giving out a plaque and a check.
I think for the benefit of next year's class, we're going to start a competition. Our next department is PM&R, Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal.
Good afternoon. The Soon Roe MD Memorial Award is dedicated to preserving the memory of Dr. Soon Roe, a highly esteemed physician who completed his residency at Rusk Rehabilitation at NYU and subsequently joined Downstate in 1976. Dr. Roe's commitment to the field of physical medicine and rehabilitation extended throughout his career as he passionately trained physical medicine and rehab residents at Downstate until 2014. In recognition of Dr. Roe's invaluable contributions, this prestigious award has been established to honor his legacy. The award is bestowed upon a graduating medical student who has exhibited exceptional dedication and enthusiasm for the field of physiatry. It seeks to acknowledge physicians who are expected to make significant and enduring contributions to the advancement of the discipline. By presenting the Soon Roe MD Memorial Award, we aim to celebrate the memory of Dr. Roe, and it gives me great pleasure to present Elver Ho with Dr. Soon Roe MD Memorial Award. I guess he is not here, so we'll send it to him. Thank you.
For the Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Jeff Viola.
Okay, thank you. The crowd has dwindled. Congratulations to everyone who's won awards and to the class graduating on next Wednesday. Matthew Wilson, you want to come on up? Well-dressed, nice haircut. He is this year's recipient of the Award for Outstanding Achievement in Psychiatry. Matthew entered med school actually 10 years after college. He had spent 3 years as a research assistant and before venturing out to start a yoga collective and co-found a apparel company and start a family, and I know some of them are here today. At Downstate, he was involved in a number of research projects with several faculty members. He also worked on student wellness initiatives. As president of the Psychiatry Interest Group, he organized a hugely popular panel on psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy led by nationally known speakers. And he also was the key impetus behind our newly approved psychotherapy elective for fourth-year students to provide psychotherapy to BFC, the Brooklyn Free Clinic's patients. So he and his family, especially I hear that his teenage son in particular is happy that you'll be staying in New York to continue his training in psychiatry at Mount Sinai. Congratulations, Matthew.
For the Department of Radiology, Dr. Steve Ostro.
Good afternoon. The Award for Excellence in Radiology is named in memory of Dr. Lucy Squire, who joined the Downstate faculty in 1972. She retired in 1995, and I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with her for several years prior to her retirement. Dr. Squire was a true pioneer in radiology education. Specifically, she devised a curriculum in radiology that was geared towards medical students. And before she did that, no one to my knowledge had developed a curriculum for medical students in radiology. Her textbook, Fundamentals in Radiology, was an immediate bestseller when it was published, I think in 1964. After it was published in English, it was translated into 7 different languages. And over the years, it was issued in, I think, 7 editions. The award for excellence the Lucy Frank Squire Award for Excellence in Radiology is given to the graduating medical student who had the best overall performance in the 4th year required radiology clerkship. This year, I'm glad to announce that the recipient is Arman Shah. Arman will be entering his radiology residency at Lenox Hill Hospital after he completes his transitional internship at South Shore University Hospital.
For the Department of Surgery, I have Dr. Choi.
We too have plaques. Unfortunately, Dr. Cooey's just caught up in the operating room, so he asked me to step in. The first award is the Clarence Dennis Award for Surgical Scholarship. Dr. Dennis was a chairman of the Department of Surgery from 1951 to 1972, became a leader in cardiopulmonary bypass, and was instrumental in developing the heart-lung machine. He actually performed the first successful open heart surgery in New York State using the bypass machine he built, and using machines that he used as a first assist device in cardiac surgery of the failing left ventricle. He trained many surgeons in New York, affected countless people around the world, and his residence established an award in his honor. This award goes to Christina Falcone. All right, next one, we actually have two recipients. This is a Samuel L. Kuntz Award for Clinical Excellence in Surgery. Dr. Kuntz was also a chairman of the Department of Surgery here from 1972 to 1977. He was a Fulbright scholar and innovator in organ transplant. He developed the kidney perfusion machine used for organ preservation, performed the first kidney transplant between non-identical twins, and established the role of methylprednisolone in combating acute rejection. He was one of the first African-American department chairs in surgery, and he created a transplant division here at Downstate. This award goes to Justine Rosales. Apologies, this one goes to two students. The next award is the John G. Kroll Award for Outstanding Surgical Research. Before Dr. Kroll came to Downstate in 1988, he had established himself as an international expert in the fields of surgical metabolism and obesity surgery. He co-founded the American Society for Bariatric Surgery in 1983. He's authored over 50 book chapters and 60 peer-reviewed papers, many in high-impact journals such as New England Journal of Medicine, British Medical Journal, and Pediatrics. He continued his research in metabolic studies at SUNY Downstate up to his death in 2019. He was born in New York, raised, educated, and trained in Sweden before returning to the US, where he never lost his Scandinavian work ethic and open-mindedness. His office was a sanctum where students and residents could discuss shortcomings and aspirations in addition to their research projects. The recipients for this is Daniel Brereton and Perry Vingen.
Our last departmental award, the Department of Urology, Dr. Jeff Weiss.
Unlike the case when I was a medical student in the 1970s, urology has become an extremely competitive field. It's really hard to match in urology. And the reason I mention that is because Downstate, for at least the past 10 years, has led the nation in the number of students who've matched into the field of urology. And we're really proud of that. This year we had 10, all to outstanding places. In order to accomplish that, the students have to distinguish themselves by doing excellent research, and every single one of those 10 matched candidates, in fact, did produce excellent research. Every year, several of these students rise to the top, and in particular, they, the old saying, lift as you climb. And these two students that are going to receive the award for excellence in urological research have lifted mightily as they have climbed. So the first I'll mention in alphabetical order is Alexander Fang. Alex is actually going into psychiatry and matched at Mount Sinai. Some of our best researchers did not actually go into urology. And I'll just mention that Alex is a native of Scarsdale, went to the excellent Scarsdale School District, then went to University of Delaware on a DuPont scholarship. Now that's a big school. They give exactly 6 full scholarships a year, tuition-free at UDel, and Alex was a recipient. So not surprisingly, came here and just knocked it out of the park. You know, for the last 3 years, every 2 weeks, I would have a research meeting and could never, ever have accomplished this without Alex. He's just brilliant researcher. He organized an army of medical students to get amazing numbers of patients entered into 2 large databases dealing with prostate cancer and also lower urinary tract symptoms. Keeping the IRBs current and doing the data analysis and the statistical analysis, and then writing abstracts and helping all of his juniors and contemporary students to write abstracts, and his writing skills are absolutely amazing. So I don't actually know what we're going to do without you, Alex, but in any case, we are just so thrilled to give you this award. Thank you so much, Dr. Rice. And the other student who also lifted mightily as he climbed is Lakshay Khosla, who actually will go into urology. He has matched at an outstanding program, Penn State Hershey, led by my good friend, the amazing Dr. Jay Rahman. So Lakshay is from Richmond Hill and Jamaica, New York, and is a graduate of Bronx High School of Science, which is widely recognized to be the top high school in New York City by everyone except people who went to Stuyvesant. And Lakshay also was a summa cum laude graduate of the outstanding Brooklyn College Downstate coordinated BA MD program. We get some absolutely amazing students from that program, and Lakshay just is the personification of excellence. The thing about Lakshay and Alex, aside from just being so brilliant and so productive, I just can't imagine any 2 people that are nicer. And that is just the characteristic that makes for the best doctors. So it's just a pleasure to give you this award. It's the least we can do to recognize what you've done.
For our first Faculty and Staff Award, Dr. Riccardo Bianchi.
Good evening. As Associate Dean for Foundations, it's a privilege to be here for the Award of Outstanding Education in the Foundations of Medicine. This is an award that is determined by the results of course evaluation completed by foundation students, the pre-clerkship students in year 1 and 2, and it's reviewed by a committee of deans. This award recognizes outstanding teaching in the foundation's years, and this year the award goes to Dr. Xin Zhang. Dr. Zhang is a distinguished professor in the Department of Cell Biology, and he contributes to the institutional missions of research, service, and education in many ways. He's an active and successful researcher in the area of lipid metabolism and metabolic disease. And in education is the director of the histology part of the curriculum in foundations. So he's a great team player. He really coordinates and is well organized. He coordinates the teaching of all the histology sessions in foundation. And he's really loved by students. So I'm going to read a couple of comments. They all emphasize his passion, his enthusiasm, and his dedication to teaching. So just pulling out a couple of comments that, again, we take at the end of course evaluation. We read, Dr. Zhang's explanations at the beginning of class are always helpful and informative. He engages students while we follow the student manual by asking us probing questions. He is always available to confirm a structure with us. The student presentations on each slide also makes learning histology more active and fun. Dr. Zhang was really passionate about teaching histology. It was very easy to ask him questions when we were confused about anything. I also appreciate really the way he allowed students to present labs in class. So Dr. Zhang could not be with us tonight, so we're going to hold and consign to him the award at a later time. Thank you.
Guess we could say we saved the best for last, right, Dr. Lazar? Our last presenter for Faculty and Staff Awards, Dr. Jason Lazar.
Congratulations, all award winners as well as graduates. We look forward to next week. Now that we've concluded the student awards, I'm here in honor to present some of the faculty awards. For those of you who have been to prior award ceremonies, Dr. Elke Jacobson-Dickman usually partners with me in this endeavor. She expresses her deep regrets that she can't be here today nor this week, but she will be back for graduation. To start off, I'm going to switch up the order a little bit and actually switch up a couple of things contemporaneously, if you don't mind. Dr. Morosalfu, would you come up and accompany me? I'd be honored. Thank you. The first award is the Outstanding Educator in the Clinical Years Award. This award goes to Dr. Isabel McFarland. Dr. McFarland represents yet another exemplary product of SUNY Downstate Medical Center's training. She has a distinguished history of scholarly contributions in the field of medicine and rheumatology, and it is really a pleasure to recognize her steadfast commitment to the medical education of all of our students. In her role as clerkship director, she has embraced the challenges of quality improvement, academic advancement with remarkable vigor. Indeed, Dr. McFarland has emerged as an example and a mentor amongst the clinical education leadership team. Notably, following our training and team-based learning methodologies, she swiftly initiated 2 6-hour sessions for the upcoming academic quarter. Really a tremendous effort and a testament to her dedication to excellence. She's a hands-on educator who actively engages with all students, whether rounding with them, teaching them, assessing them at bedside, or in clinics, small groups, leading didactic sessions. Her dedication to medical education really knows no bounds. Known for her dedicated attention to students' academic and goals and their personal stresses, she is really relentless in her pursuit of their success and well-being. Her meticulous administration of the internal medicine clerkship and unwavering attention to detail underscore her profound understanding of how challenging it is to be a medical student in this day and age. And the internal medicine clerkship really holds utmost importance in our program. It is with great honor and gratitude that we acknowledge our esteemed colleague and friend and her chair, Dr. Mauro Salif, who is here. So we honor and salute our friend and colleague, Dr. Isabel McFarland, as the Outstanding Educator in the Clinical Years Award 2024. Next, we have 3 educator awards from our affiliates. The first is Dr. Melanie Cheng. She is our esteemed colleague at Kings County Hospital, where she serves as the pediatric hospitalist and Associate Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Cheng's contributions to UME, as well as GME, are simply unparalleled. She spends countless hours paying meticulous attention to teaching methodology, especially focusing on the nuances of caring for patients, all the while pointing out opportunities to avoid microaggressions. She is an excellent clinician who is passionate about educational innovation and improving patient care by creating an inclusive clinical learning environment. She has spoken widely at national and even international symposium, and on behalf of our students, faculty, and staff, we extend our deepest gratitude and appreciation to Dr. Melanie Cheng. Many of our award winners are busy at work, probably teaching, I might add. The next is Dr. Charles Lapunzina, a distinguished thoracic surgeon and the clerkship site director at One Brooklyn Health. And he is really a testament to the caliber of graduates produced by SUNY Downstate College of Medicine. Just a few comments from students that have had the good fortune of rotating with Dr. Lapunzina. He was the best preceptor I've had across all rotations. He made himself readily available to engage in insightful discussions regarding our experiences. Furthermore, his review of high-yield information for the surgery rotation and shelf significantly bolstered my performance. Dr. Lapunzina served as an exceptional mentor. I am deeply grateful for his commitment to guiding us through the intricacies of our medical texts. His invaluable support undoubtedly solidified my learning experience in the awards. Well, from the perspective of the curricula deans, Dr. Lapunzina has exhibited an unwavering dedication to our students, promptly attending to their personal and academic needs with profound compassion and selflessness. With heartfelt appreciation, we extend our gratitude to Dr. Lapunzina, acknowledging him as one of our outstanding educators of the year, again, from our clinical affiliate faculty. Next is our last clinical affiliate faculty award, and this award goes to Dr. Joshua Schiller. Dr. Schiller is an emergency medicine attending at Maimonides Medical Center. He consistently garners praise from students for his enthusiastic and energetic teaching style, as well as his exemplification of compassionate clinical care. Presently within the corridors of Maimonides Medical Center, he holds esteemed positions of the Director of Global Health and of SEMS, another acronym, Social Emergency Medicine. Dr. Schiller's contributions extend beyond the confines of our medical center. He's been an active participant in numerous UME and graduate medical education faculty development initiatives, including a storytelling forum for medical professionals. Dr. Schiller has collaborated with our Downstate students to lead a series of virtual educational sessions for Ukrainian medical students from Uzhhorod National University and Downstate students, engaging our students in humanitarian efforts and through problem-based learning methodology. Whether it be his initiatives in global health, supervision of emergency medicine, social justice summer research, facilitation of narrative medicine workshops, or his emergency department clinical teaching, Dr. Schiller consistently embodies positivity, wisdom, and humanism for our students. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Schiller, recognizing him as one of our outstanding educators of the year from our clinical affiliate faculty. Our penultimate award is a professionalism award. And at SUNY Downstate, we place enormous emphasis on our learning environment. And I think that this is really a tribute to our Dean, Charles Brunacardi, who stresses the importance of the learning environment, a major determinant of academic success. And in achieving this goal, much goes on behind the scenes. The Learning Environment Committee meets periodically to discuss innovative ways to elevate and extend professionalism. The Rapid Response Team continuously monitors kudos and concerns, the portal in which concerns about unprofessionalism are registered. We've brought in guest speakers, planned symposium, and have conducted a variety of other activities, all with the goal of optimizing the learning environment and enhancing professionalism. And none of this happens by itself. There was one individual, and literally had to leave about 10 minutes ago, so of course my timing is off once again. But that individual is Miss Taryn Toval Turpin. I wish she could have held out a few more minutes to come up and be recognized as this year's recipient of our Professionalism Award. For those of you who don't know, Taryn does so much. So much for the students, so much for the staff, so much for our faculty, so much for the entire Dean's office. I can't think of a more deserving individual. Taryn, we salute you for your efforts in contributing to an inclusive learning environment where learners of all levels can thrive in safe space and in a nurturing environment. And thank you for bringing Downstate to new heights. Ms. Taryn Toval Turpin. Our last award has become the pinnacle of our awards, the U.J. Carroll Award for Clinical Excellence. The U.J. Carroll Award commemorates a physician, teacher, and humanitarian who personifies the Harvard Medical School's tradition of copying the Downstate tradition, I threw that in there, of blending the medical scientist and the humane clinician. And at this point, it gives me great pleasure and honor to call up Dr. Ellen Ginsler. This remarkable individual earned her medical degree, can I say it, in 1969. She was 3 at the time. From Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine in Cleveland, Ohio. She completed an internship and residency at both Kings County and Bellevue hospitals and did her rheumatology fellowship training at SUNY Downstate Medical Center. You want to talk about being recruited? She was recruited to be a full-time Department of Medicine faculty member in 1974, months before she actually finished her training. She went on to earn a Master's of Public Health degree in 1983 from a little place in Connecticut called Yale University, School of Epidemiology and Public Health, and she has been an icon and a beacon of a leader in medical education. She has for decades been one of SUNY Downstate's finest teachers. Her history of service to the institution spans more than 40 years. Again, she started before being a teenager. Under her guidance as Chief of Rheumatology since 1991, the division has gained international acclaim for its excellence in training and research. In 2008, she was named the Distinguished Teaching Professor of Medicine for all of SUNY University. During her years of service, she's taken on so many roles, including directing the musculoskeletal block, first during the MS2 year, then the MS1 year. And it's a rare individual that can explain the basics of complicated rheumatologic disease. There was even a point where I could understand how to interpret antibody profiles, but those days are long gone. Dr. Ginsler also originated the mentoring program of the American College of Rheumatology, as well as the recently discovered and funded Patient Navigator program here at Downstate, which continues to be a significant educational resource for trainees. In addition to her contributions in UME and GME, Dr. Ginsler has compiled a stellar record of clinical research and scholarship. She's an internationally known expert on systemic lupus erythematosus, an autoimmune disorder that affects more than 1 million people and predominantly women of color. She has served as the principal investigator of numerous trials, received millions of dollars in extramural funding, has co-authored more than 100 research manuscripts, and has received numerous accolades, including the American College of Rheumatology Distinguished Clinical Investigator Award. And in 2019, Dr. Salafu named her as the Department of Medicine's Vice Chair of Research. In this role, she has mentored not only students, residents, trainees, but also junior and mid-level faculty. Throughout the years of change, triumphs, and challenges, there are few constants in this world. But I'll tell you, and I know her well personally, one constant is Dr. Ellen Ginsler. An outspoken, I have to say, an individual who exemplifies but also demands excellence. A dedicated individual, dedicated to her patients, students, faculty, really a pinnacle of downstate achievement. I think it'd be fitting if we all stood and gave an ovation to Dr. Ellen Ginsler. Congratulations.
Thank you.
One more, I promise. And by the way, thank you all for staying to the end and respecting everyone else who was getting an award. I really do appreciate that. But I'd like to actually I'm going to introduce your president, although technically she already gave it up, but the president of the Med Council and a member of your class council, soon to be Dr. Amanda Jurgel. Round of applause for Amanda.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming today. First off, congratulations to all of the award recipients and everyone that's here today, and a big congrats to the class of 2024. You know, looking back, I can't believe 4 years of medical school have already gone by, and we started medical school during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think, you know, starting off, it seemed like an uphill battle, but one thing that we need to acknowledge is all the people that helped us get here today and to achieve our goals. So first, I just want to say a big round of applause to our family, friends, and mentors to help us achieve our goals and our residencies. in addition to those people, we also have many people at Downstate that we want to acknowledge and thank for our help to get here. Numerous faculty and staff that helped us along the way. We have amazing people that were nominated for this award, many who have received this award in the past, and I'm sure will receive it again in the future. The person who won this award has been one of the most reliable people at Downstate, who is always on top of their email. I'm not that fast. He is so on top of it. He's always helping us out, giving us guidance when needed. Most of us don't know him in person and only know him through his Outlook signature, but we appreciate all that you do and all that you have helped us with in achieving our goals. And this award for Outstanding Staff Appreciation is for Nigel Andrews.
I look forward to seeing you all on Coney Island on Wednesday. That concludes the College of Medicine and School Graduate Studies Awards ceremony. Congratulations again, class of 2024.